You're on.
Good morning, St. Francis Elementary School students and staff. It is Friday, April 17th. At SFE, we are respectful, we are responsible, and we are safe. Birthdays today, we have Kaylin in Mrs. Hafe's class. Happy birthday to you. We don't have any on Saturday, but on Sunday, we have Sean in Mrs. Brianne Anderson's class, Noah in Mrs. Hafe's class, Adrian in Miss Zeck's class, and Tyson in Miss Zeck's class. Happy birthday to all of you students today and on Sunday. What do we have, Mrs. Schulman? Is it Science Experiment Day?
It is. I do have a little joke for you first.
All right, what do we have?
And the joke is, what do you call two bananas?
I don't know.
Slippers.
What?
You know
I
the
got
joke
you.
about slipping on banana peels.
Sure, okay. That's good. That's good.
All right, and the second thing I have today, I'm kind of excited because this is a science experiment that anybody can do at home with items that they have around the house.
Okay.
If you want to look online, you can find tons of different directions for this, and it's called a density tower. Yes, Mr. Johnson.
They should probably ask their parents first, though, right?
Yes, please
Okay.
make sure, because this is household kitchen items usually, and
Okay.
you want to make sure that there's enough for, baking a cake or, doing the dishes. So,
Okay. All right. Okay. Just wanted to throw that out there as a disclaimer.
yes. All right, so this is a density tower, and you can do it with anything. I chose something that's kind of big so that people can see it. You could just use a glass
Okay.
if you wanted to. So the first thing you need are corn syrup, dish soap, water, oil, and food coloring. Okay, and again, you can find these directions online. So I took some corn syrup and I put some red food coloring in this so that you can kind of see it a little bit.
Okay.
And so this is just going to go
it.
here into the bottom.
Now I can see it.
There we go. Hold on. So what this is going to be talking about, this is going to be talking about how dense objects are. The other thing besides all these liquids that you're going to need is you're going to need some objects that you can find around the house. Again, ask for permission first because they will get slimy and you can wash them off.
Okay.
But so I just have a dice, and this is a little bead. It's just a light little tiny thing. It actually has a hole in it, I think. Yeah. A Lego.
Okay.
A candle.
Mm-hmm.
And then doing a lot of construction projects. So I have a little screw that was laying around the house.
Okay.
All right. So my corn syrup's in.
So would you call that a loose screw?
Yes, I have a screw loose.
Okay, just checking.
All right. So with my corn syrup here, then I'm going to add in my dish soap.
Okay.
And you kind of want to run it down the edge a little bit. So, and you can slowly see.
Wow. Ms. Schulman, it's not mixing together.
It is not mixing together, and that is what density is all about. I'll explain that here in a little bit.
Okay, I'll wait, I guess.
Well, I have some illustrations for density.
Oh, okay.
There we go. I got a nice layer in there. Trying to see, can you see the different layers here?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I just have regular water, and I chose not to dye this one.
Okay.
So again, I'm going to gently.
If you pour it in too fast, what will happen?
It will mix a little too much. It will kind of come. You can see the dark here and the lighter.
Yep.
Trying to do it oh so gently. So if you let it settle a little bit, again, you can see the darker and the lighter. Can you still see the red where the camera is?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay. I have to tilt my laptop a little bit. And then we have some oil.
What kind of oil?
This is just regular old kitchen oil from my cabinet. I used canola oil, but you can really use any oil that you want.
Okay. Probably not motor oil.
No, this is a lighter oil.
Okay.
Like
Just
I said, a
checking.
kitchen oil.
Once again, students, ask your parents first.
Yep. All right.
That is so cool.
So what you're seeing here is that every liquid that I've poured in there so far has a different density. So density is all about molecules, and molecules are everything that you can see or touch, even the air has molecules in it. Things that are less dense, the molecules are farther apart.
Okay.
The things that are more dense have molecules that are closer together.
Mm-hmm.
So the stuff that is less dense will sit like on top of the things that are more dense.
Okay.
So here in our density tower, we can also take items like this cube or this dice and put it in. Yes.
Does it matter what order you put the liquid in?
Not necessarily. The things will mix a little bit, and like especially with the water. So it will separate it out. And like in some cases, if you wanted to take a water bottle, a plastic one, and like put it to the side and see if it redistributes like this. But when things start mixing, and that's actually a chemistry term, is a mixture, becoming a mixture, then what happens is that you won't get this and this. They'll mix together more.
Okay. All right.
So by putting it in that order, it will separate things out.
Okay.
So I have a dice here, and if I drop the dice.
Oh!
Can you see where it stopped?
Yeah.
So it stopped right on top of the corn syrup.
Yep.
And it's kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
So that tells me that the dice is more dense than the oil, water, and soap, but it's less dense than the corn syrup that's down at the bottom.
Oh, cool.
So you can take this little light little bead.
Yep.
And that is slowly kind of sinking. It's slowly sinking. All right, a Lego. I'm pretty sure everybody has a few of those laying around their house.
Probably stepped on a couple.
Yeah.
You can't see it. Where'd it go? It's off to the side.
It went through the oil, but it stopped on top of the water. So it's sitting right here.
I can't see it.
Okay. It's really hard to tell, but it's sitting. Oh, wait. It's kind of in the back.
Yep, now I can see it. Yep.
Now it's sinking a little bit.
There it is.
It's like stuck in the water right now.
Yep.
And then I have a birthday candle.
Yeah. That's not very dense.
Nope, not very dense at all. Here's my
loose screw.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And that went straight to the bottom.
All the way down.
All the way down. And that little bead did go all the way down to the bottom too, even though it was super, super light. I mean, it was really light, but it must be more dense than everything else.
Wow.
So you could just take random little things that you have around your house and plop them in and kind of see how it works.
So fun.
Yeah. So that's a science experiment. And you can look up more, like I said, online. There's tons of different websites and YouTube videos about this. Yes, Mr. Johnson.
So I have 4 children that like to make messes.
Uh-huh.
What do you suggest to clean this up?
What I did is everything here could go down my sink.
Okay.
So I just used a
not the
strainer.
item. Okay.
Right. I used a strainer and I dumped it into the strainer and rinsed everything off in the sink.
Oh, that's so much fun. Thank you for sharing that today, Mrs. Shulman. That is so cool.
Yeah, no problem. And it looks pretty. You can kind of keep it for a while.
Right. All right. Pledge time?
It is.
All right. You can stand and join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Students, staff, families, have a wonderful day and a super weekend. Remember, the choice is yours.